I have a new video for you guys because This Is LNS and the Ace family have been exposed big time. A fellow family channel named BramFam is coming for the McBroom family channels.
Yeah, I just think he's a big ass piece of shit. And I've heard so many stories about him from like other YouTubers, like behind the scenes that he's done to other people too.
They are accusing Landon of stealing content from them in addition to airing out Catherine for being a bad friend. Bramty isn't holding back, so let's get into it. Before we get into this video, I do want to acknowledge my good friend right here, my microphone. I've had it forever, but I'm trying to bring it a little bit closer in frame because I have been struggling with my audio for some time. It's something so frustrating for my YouTube channel because I spend so long putting in the work for these videos and then the audio is always crap and I don't know how to fix it. This video might even be worse than my last videos, and I apologize for that, but I'm trying to bring it a little bit closer. Maybe that will help the audio. Usually it's like a little bit higher up and like to the side, but I'm thinking maybe having it closer will stop some of the background noise. Like I literally use this as my like sound absorbent. It's like an H&M scarf. So if you guys have any advice for sound or know how to use this microphone I've had for months now that I don't know how to use, I've watched multiple YouTube channels, I film through OBS, feel free to email me or any video ideas you may have for me. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video because there's a lot to talk about. So as you guys may know by now, This Is LNS is a YouTube channel with over 3 million subscribers and it's run by Landon McBroom and Shyla Walker. Currently, this couple is not together, and we've been talking about this on my YouTube channel because their breakup has been extremely messy. I mean, my last video, we were talking about how Shyla got a restraining order against Landon because he got physical with her. Well, now Landon is getting some more heat, but this time it's coming from the BramFam. The BramFam is a family channel here on YouTube with over 2 million subscribers. Bramty and her partner run their YouTube channel and feature their children on their page, but she went to her Instagram to go and call out the McBrooms. Not only did she call out Landon McBroom, but she also called out Austin and Catherine McBroom, so she's coming for the whole family. So this beef we're talking about between the BramFam and This Is LNS isn't something new because we actually got a little hint that this was coming a few months ago. The BramFam decided to post a drinking video where they take shots and they answer some questions from their fans. I do want to say before we get into this story that I do not support or condone or endorse or whatever the BramFam because they are as bad as the Ace family and This Is LNS. They are using their children for content, exploiting their children online. But today we're not talking about the children. We're going to be talking about the beef going on between the adults. So in this video, she's going to talk about the Landon McBroom situation, but she's not going to name drop. So let's go ahead and revisit that challenge she did with her mans where they were drinking. They decided to leave this question for last, where someone asks them if they have any issues with any other family channels here on YouTube.
Ooh, wow. 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 Wow.
Okay, hold up. The music, the drama. She's like over here, like pushing her hair back. Like, okay, here we go. She's ready for battle.
You know what? I'm gonna answer this one.
I want to answer too. I want to answer too, but like, I might not expose who they are. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so.
Okay.
I do have a YouTube family that I don't like. Now, there's a difference between not liking them and like just having beef with them. I don't have beef with them. I just don't like them. And I'm going to tell you guys why. It's a little story time, but I'm not going to say who they are because then that would cause beef, and I don't want beef with anybody. I want to be at peace in my heart with everybody and just be good.
I guess she doesn't want to be at peace for too long because it only took a couple of months for her to go and tell everybody who it's about.
Just be good. So,
wait, so they know who it is?
You know who it is. When I tell a story, you're going to know who it is. Okay, so a couple years ago, when Wiz got out the Navy, we literally like started blowing up on YouTube. Like we were getting a lot of subscribers because we were putting out content a lot more that we were on YouTube, so we were blowing up really fast. And another YouTube family was blowing up too, but just not as fast as us. So I sense that they sensed us as a competition. So one day, this person tweeted like, they said, who should we collab with? And a lot of people said us. So this guy DM'd me and he's like, hey, everybody's saying that we should collab. What's your number? So I'm like, okay, I gave him my number. He texted me. Lewis knew, of course. And he's like, okay, let's collab. Like, what are some video ideas?
Yep.
You know who I'm talking about? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I was like telling Lewis, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Like, we're gonna collab with them because we, of course, knew who they were. So I give this guy 2 specific video ideas.
Oh, now I know who you're talking about.
Who did you think it was before?
Well,
You thought it was somebody else?
well, they're related, so.
Oh, okay. So I give this.
He said, oh, well, they're related because he thought that she was going to be talking about Austin, but she's actually talking about Landon. So obviously this couple doesn't really like the McBrooms at all.
I
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
I give this guy 2 specific video ideas of what our collab can be about. So one idea was basically where he takes Penelope for the day. Of course, with us there, I wouldn't give Penelope off to him and his girl, and babysits Penelope. And he does like parents for a day, like type video. And then I give him another idea. So before I gave him the idea, we were just like a quick little, oh hey, like it's collab, oh my god, yeah, like okay, cool, like what do you want to do, like what day, blah blah. And then I gave him the video ideas. After I texted him,
I have to say, the whole like giving your baby off for a day for a babysitting challenge or something, it sounds like a convenient babysitter, but also so weird. Like, please stop using your children for views. Like, this is so much better than I'm sure all of their kid content. Like, just sit down and, you know, talk to the camera like adults.
The video ideas, he never replies back to me. Ghosted. And then, I'm not even kidding you, after he ghosted me, a couple days later,
After he was all about it.
After he was all about it, like let's collab, let's this and that.
Right.
I see that they uploaded a video with the same exact video idea that I gave them.
And I think, didn't you give him a title and everything?
And the title, everything. I was like, oh, we can do this, we can title it this. They used the title, they used the video idea, they used the video concept.
Word by word.
Okay, so stealing content on YouTube is very common. Sorry guys, I'm kind of cold, so I'm getting snuggly over here. Anyways, stealing content on YouTube is very common, but it depends on how you define stealing. Like, did you see the video idea, like, on the internet, other people are doing it, so you just do it? I think that's more of the acceptable way of, like, to steal or, you know, more accepted way of, like, taking a video idea and just replicating it. But in this instance, it sounds really malicious because he was texting her privately and then took that video idea from their private conversation and did it. And she had every intention of, like, doing it with him. So that is truly stealing content because he didn't just, like, see it on the internet and, like, anyone could have done that. He was texting her specifically and got the idea and used the same title name and everything.
Everything. So they basically texted me to collab, took the video ideas I gave them, ghosted me, and then did it on their own. So they kind of like used us.
Use you for an idea.
But then I'm not sure like what their intentions were.
I don't get it because you can use somebody for an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like the situation at all, and it was just like I was just like when I saw that they uploaded that, I was just like,
damn.
Like, okay, I see the type of person you are now.
Like, honestly, that's like no respect for you.
It's really like it just shows the type of person that you are to do that. And
so you can tell that she's really bothered by this situation in this video, and it seems like she's still bothered by it to this day. So that video was posted a few months ago, but recently Bramty decided to go on her Instagram story and leave a 5-minute long story, which I went through, I cut up a little bit, and she is not only talking about the Landon situation, but also talking about Catherine McBroom. So let's go ahead and watch her stories together.
So something has been on my mind. And so Lewis and I, we did a video called Truth or Shot. And one of the questions we had to answer was, is there a YouTube family or like a YouTube person or whoever that you don't like? And we said yes. We did like a little story on why we didn't like this family. And it's not the couple that we don't like. It was particularly like the guy because of like this like incident we had with the guy. And just to like sum it up, if you guys didn't see the video, basically like this guy hit me up to collab. We started texting and we were supposed to do a video together, and he's like, okay, like, what are some of your ideas? So I gave him 3 ideas, very specific ideas, and he didn't reply to my text after that, like, completely ghosted me, and then, like...
This probably doesn't mean anything, but I have to bring up that I noticed that she said 3 ideas here, but in the original video, she said 2. Again, like, that's just my mind, like, keeping track of everything I hear, and I'm like, those don't add up, but...
2 days later, did the same exact video idea that I gave him, title, thumbnail, everything. And when I saw that, I was like, that was pretty fucked up. Like, the fact that you reached out to me, and at the time, me and Lewis, we had more subscribers than them. We had more views than them. Like, they weren't really known back then. Like, nobody really knew them. So I was just like, what was your intention on this? Like, was your, like, I don't even think your intention was to collab. I think your intention was just to get, like, an idea off of us, or I don't know what the hell your intention was. Never got a text back, like, haven't even spoken to that person till this day, and it's been years. And, like, this family, like, this whole, like, all these people are known to be, like, rats, and just kind of, like,
she said all these people are known to be rats. So at this point, she still hasn't, like, admitted that it's Landon McBroom. But don't worry, she is about to.
kind of, like, do what they gotta do to get ahead of everybody. So, till this day, like, I get DMs, like, can you tell us, like, who you were talking about? Like, a lot of you guys are really curious. And I want to say who I was talking about. Like, I want to say who I was talking about. Who is this person that I'm talking about? Who's the family channel? So it doesn't have to do with the family channel, with the, like, the girl. I have nothing against her. I've never spoken to her. I've never had, like, an altercation with her. Like, nothing against her. I actually wish her the best. And when you guys find out, like, who the guy is, you'll know why I wish her the best.
A little bit shady, because she says that she wishes Shyla the best. I mean, obviously not shady, but she's bringing up the fact that we know that Landon has gotten physical with Shyla, and she's stating that, you know what, Shyla, this isn't about you. I'm actually, like, on your team low-key, and I'm glad she mentioned that, because Shyla's been going through so much lately, and you guys know I gave her a hard time before because I felt like she was a really miserable person, and I feel like she was an actual miserable person in a miserable relationship, and I hope she's a lot happier now. Actually, we'll talk a little bit about Shyla at the end of this video.
So the guy is Landon McBroom. I think he's a big ass piece of shit. I think he's a rat, and with everything that's been coming out, I wish her the best, and I hope she's doing good and getting over this whole situation. But yeah, I just think he's a big ass piece of shit, and I've heard so many stories about him from, like, other YouTubers, like, behind the scenes that he's done to other people too. Yeah, like I said, I think he's a big piece of shit and a rat. Don't forget, a rat. Honestly, like, the entire McBroom.
And a rat. She said, don't forget it. And a rat. And now she's going to talk about the whole McBroom family, and then she's going to get into Catherine.
McBroom family. I just think they have, like, really bad morals, and they'll do whatever the hell they have to do to get on top. And then when they don't need you anymore, like, when you're not convenient to them, they just cut you right off. And I think that's just, like, super to do. I've had, like, not the best not experiences, but like when we, like, collabed with the Ace family a really long time ago, like, didn't have, like, the best impression of Austin specifically, and that's why, like, I still followed Catherine, but I just unfollowed her. Catherine, like, she's super sweet, like, nothing against her personally, but I just think, like, she just has, like, the same mindset and mentality of them, of, like.
And before we get into the whole Catherine bit, she actually did go to Twitter to call out Catherine recently. She tweeted out, imagine supporting someone's brand, and when you ask them if you can send them stuff from your new store, they never reply back. But they replied perfectly fine to other messages. I'm over giving them the benefit of the doubt. I do feel like Bramty is hurt over this, because I feel like she thought she was kind of low-key friends with Catherine, but of course Catherine is just like Austin McBroom, just prettier. She's here for the coin, and that's about it.
She just has, like, the same mindset and mentality of them, of, like, using people. I unfollowed her just because I didn't feel right, like, talking about her in-law while still following her, and then I've also been wanting to unfollow her for a little bit now. It pains me to talk about her because she is sweet, but I just feel like she plays the game the same exact way that Austin and Landon do. She, like, hit me up a while ago when her skincare line launched, and she wanted to send me a PR package, and I said, of course. I put it on my story. Amazing products. She honestly put, like, so much energy and time into that, and it really showed.
When people say that Catherine put so much energy and time into her products and it shows, that's because she took another brand, a CBD skincare brand, she replicated it, took the CBD out, and now she sells it as her own. If you guys aren't hip to that, then definitely go check out my video on it, but let's continue.
I was genuinely, like, really happy for her. So then, like, weeks go by and I needed help, like, contacting somebody on Instagram, and I was like, hey, would you happen to know anybody, just because, you know, she has, like, a ton of followers. I'm sure she has a contact over on Instagram. And she kind of beat around the bush, didn't want to give it to me. Weeks go by, I asked her again, beat around the bush again, didn't want to give it to me. And then I asked her if I can send her something from my new clothing store. I was like, I would love to send you and, like, the girls something, and she just didn't hit me back up. But, like, other times I would DM her, like, she would reply back to me perfectly fine. But then it's like, you want me to promote your product. You wanted me to promote your product, you know, as a favor. It's beneficial to you, but then when I expect, like, the same support back, like, I couldn't get it.
So there you go, folks. Bramty obviously isn't happy with the McBroom family, including Catherine McBroom, for being a shady friend. I mean, if anyone's going to send me anything for free, I will always take it. And I feel like it's so easy to just make a quick Instagram story to keep a nice friendship, you know, in the YouTube land. So obviously Bramty just wasn't important to Landon, to Catherine, or any of the McBrooms. But in other news, I do want to talk about Landon and Shyla because there have been some developments in that whole situation. If you guys have not seen my past videos, definitely go check those out because there's a lot of context here. But pretty much Landon and Shyla have broken up. It has gotten really nasty and dark. It has gotten physical. There are restraining orders. At one point, their daughter's Instagram page unfollowed Landon, so there's some tension with the child. Actually, today I posted a video on my YouTube channel where we talk about how Austin was recently exposed for cheating on Catherine again. He has done it so many times, but what's interesting about this time is that Shyla actually liked a tweet from Deaf Noodles talking about this situation. Pretty shady to her former, brother-in-law. I mean, they were never married, but, her family, because they do have a kid together. And she's over here liking tweets that is talking about Austin cheating. I mean, that's not good for Austin or Catherine at all. And I really do believe that Shyla and Catherine, hate each other. So obviously the physical stuff between Landon and Shyla is extremely concerning, and we really hope that Shyla is in a safe place now. But there is an old video that one of you guys emailed me on my email, so thank you. And you reminded me that actually Shyla and Landon posted a video on their channel before titled, "We got into a big fight in front of my mom. Awkward," which was a planned fight, and pretty much the couple argued behind the scenes while their mom was just sitting at a table, and Landon was talking about pushing Shyla, I guess. It's really cringe to watch because who jokes about domestic, people fighting and such? And it makes me think about how, Landon has recently allegedly gotten physical with Shyla, and how Landon's mom and Austin's mom is standing with Landon and could care less about Shyla's physical injuries. So this video of them playing pretend fighting isn't cute.
This person I know. Hi. Come here, seriously.
Go there. Go.
Stop. Ow, did you just push me, Landon? Okay, I'm gonna tell your mom. I'm gonna tell your mom that you're pushing me.
You're being so
Don't push your girlfriend when you're mad. You don't push your girlfriend when you're mad, Landon. I'm gonna call your dad.
You're being like a little kid.
No, not talking to me.
You're being a little kid.
In addition to that, at the end of the video where they talk to Landon's mom about the situation, you will see that his mom is 100% team Landon. Even at the end, Shyla was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna be on my side because I was just pushed by your son." And she was like, "Well, I didn't see it happen." She wouldn't believe it unless she saw it happen. Really cringe.
I really get you, and I was like, "Did you push me?" I was ready for you to.
Well, he's not really a pushy person, but I was like, what is that?
You're very, what did I say? That she was nasty?
That she was just gonna be passive?
Yeah, and you
I thought you were gonna side with me. I thought he's gonna push me. I thought that would get you.
Well, no, because I didn't really see him push you.
And it's not just Landon and Austin's mom getting involved. Actually, one of Landon's cousins went to Instagram to share a story about Landon and how he's just not a good guy. So I'm not entirely sure who all these people are, but they're talking about Landon and Shyla and a trip they took to Thailand. And it's all kind of bouncing around because it is comments. But I want to point out this one at the bottom because they start talking about how Landon supposedly got physical with Shyla. She wrote, "I could count all the lies they said about me, and for every lie I could expose a piece of information, but if I did that, they would be ripped into shreds. Won't bring up the physical marks he's left on, never mind," which I'm assuming she's talking about Shyla. It's a little bit difficult to follow the story without context, so I encourage you to pause and read. But in this situation, they're talking about Landon throwing a fit in Thailand, breaking a door, I guess, at the place they were staying, and then talks about how he only ever calls his mom when he needs money, which I'm a little confused. I feel like he would be the one with the money, not his mom. But the cousin claims that Landon loves to say how his mother's his world, but he only ever really hits her up when he needs something. They also claim that Shyla Shyla has crossed the line before by sending nasty text messages to this cousin's sister and just fighting with the rest of the family. I'll let you guys pause and read this next one because Shyla is getting read by the cousins. They're calling her out for not having a car and acting so high and mighty around everyone. It's a total mess. At the end of the day, I wish they would just keep it all offline and would just figure out their issues at home. But I am glad that Bramty is standing up for herself and not allowing these bigger YouTube channels to take her content, steal her content, take advantage of her, and walk all over her like Catherine and Landon have. But let's go ahead and open a P.O. Box package item. This one looks like it's from someone named, I cannot read cursive. I hope the letter isn't in cursive, but it's from someone named Demelia, I want to say, and I don't even know if this is the United States. I'm thinking it's the United States, but let's go ahead and see. And I think they actually drew like a picture of me, like, look how cute that is right there. So let's go ahead and check it out. If you guys ever want to send me anything, I do have a P.O. box listed below. No pressure at all, though. Oh my gosh, this note card is so cute. Look at that. It just like gives me like Lana Del Rey-esque, and it looks like it's from Lee Montrose. I'm not too sure what that is. Maybe it's like another country. Let's go ahead and see. Dear Sloan, I hope... Oh no, I really hope I could read this. Okay, I hope something postcard finds you well and healthy. Maybe this, this. I hope this postcard finds you well and healthy. I love watching your videos. I also love the fact that you are not involved in YouTube drama. Okay, and I feel like, maybe, I guess I'm not. Like, what is YouTube drama? I feel like YouTube drama is like Trisha Paytas, like that whole situation, like our good friend Adam, like, what is YouTube drama though? I don't know. Anyways, at some point I was so invested during the pandemic, a lot went down. I love that you are polite, but still have character when you speak about various topics you talk about. Best regards from, maybe it's Daniela. I feel like it's Daniela. It's either Daniela or Daniela, but I think the M's are the N's. This is so sad. I need to reread it. I hope this postcard finds you well and healthy. I love watching your videos. I also love the fact that you are not involved in YouTube drama. At some point, I was so invested during the pandemic, a lot went down. I love that you are polite, but still have character when you speak about various topics you talk about. Oh, thank you so much for the sweet letter. Sorry, guys. The cursive actually isn't that bad. Like, I can actually read it, but like if it's real cursive, I truly cannot. And I really appreciate your letter, Daniela. I believe Daniela. So thank you so much. If I'm saying your name wrong, please let me know. Email me. But I love this, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.